Well, after years of talk, we're finally seeing some action on stamp duty reform, with the New South Wales government moving ahead on its plans. The full reforms, there's a lot to like about them, but there's still a long way to go, and there are many major stumbling blocks along the way. The latest New South Wales state government budget has actually taken some steps in this direction, introducing a program to give first home buyers the option to pay an annual property tax rather than stamp duty upfront, provided they're purchasing properties valued at under $1.5 million. Stamp duty reform in the form of a property tax offers some huge potential benefits. The biggest, obviously, are for first home buyers looking to get into the market. They don't have to raise such a huge deposit to pay for those upfront transaction costs. But the changes could be much more far-reaching than that. It would encourage mobility within the economy, which boosts productivity. It could lead to increased supply of new homes because it's levied on the land rather than the total property tax. And it also would stabilise state government finances, which would no longer be tied so closely to the boom-bust cycles in the property market. And I think with all of this, we need to bear in mind that it's not a silver bullet for the property market. There will still be significant issues around affordability, even with some transition away from stamp duty. And we know in other markets, the absence of stamp duty is not a fix for affordability. New Zealand, for example, doesn't have a stamp duty, and yet they've had all sorts of affordability problems. But certainly, it's a very worthwhile policy reform if it gets delivered. But there are plenty of stumbling blocks along the way in terms of needing some fiscal support from the federal government, and also all the difficulties of moving through a transition like this for the tax. Holds out a lot of promise, still a long way to go.